Since you plan to divorce, pay damages. Don't like it? We'll take it to court.
Huh? Good, let's go to court.
What?
My name is Keiichi Sato. I work at Tokimeki Audit Firm taking on corporate audit assignments. Today, I am at the Day's Law Office on personal business.
And that concludes the investigation results.
Thanks, Nagisa, you really helped.
Now we have to decide our next move.
Right. She is my former classmate and an attorney, Nagisa Imanishi.
Your phone has been buzzing forever. Is everything okay?
It is from my mother-in-law. I told Hinano I had personal plans today, though.
It might be urgent. You can pick up.
Sorry, thanks. Hello?
Finally you answered. Oh, I see. On your day off, you go out alone and barely keep in touch. So this is what Hinano was talking about.
This... meaning what?
Hinano is at our place. She says you are cheating. Since you plan to divorce, pay damages. Don't like it? We'll take it to court.
Huh? Good, let's go to court.
What? Do you even understand what going to court means?
I have no idea what Hinano was talking about, so I do not see how I would lose in court.
Even so.
Still, jumping straight to court without knowing the facts is odd. How about we have a discussion with a lawyer present first? I will ask an attorney I know to mediate.
Leave it to me.
Thanks, Nagisa.
Right. Going to court without the two of you talking at all would be strange. Then let us talk tomorrow. Hinano says that works for her too.
Understood. I will send the law office address to Hinano. I appreciate your cooperation tomorrow.
Your mother-in-law's voice was so loud I heard the whole thing.
Apparently, I have transferred my affections to someone else.
There is no way someone as sincere as you would do that. Tomorrow we will have a thorough discussion. As long as I'm by your side, I will absolutely protect you.
Yeah, I am counting on you. The next day.
So the lawyer you knew really was Miss Imanishi. She helps us at the company, so I thought it might be her.
She is also helping me personally now.
Personally? Yes, of course, as a client. Not in a proper way.
We can talk about that later.
You seem very relaxed, but I have heard everything from Hinano, you know. I hear you were involved with a subordinate at the same audit firm?
It's true I have a few female reports at our firm, but as for that, I honestly have no idea what you're accusing me of.
If you would have any evidence, would you please present it? But Keiichi, the other day you holed up in a meeting room with Miss Shinoda and talked just the two of you forever. Was there any reason you had to be alone together in a sealed room like that? Here, this is a photo of you two coming out of the meeting room.
Ah, you mean that time?
You are a married man, so you should be careful not to be alone with a woman. Shouldn't you?
At work, I am a senior manager. It is literally my job to coach staff and keep track of audit progress. Information obtained during audits is confidential, so of course we discuss it in places where other employees cannot enter. Telling me never to speak one-on-one with a female employee is the impossible part.
Is that so?
Hinano, you have also been alone for meetings. With another manager, right? And your manager is a man.
Even so, the time you spent was way too long. Taking hours like that is just weird.
There was a small issue with a case Miss Shinoda is handling. Sharing information with the client's site and instructing her on audit policy took time. I have already reported it to my superior, so if you doubt that guidance, you can ask and confirm.
That can't be right.
Actually, Hinano, you are the one who is cheating, aren't you?
Huh? At Wakudoki Pharmaceuticals, where Miss Hinano has been assigned for the past month, there is Mr. Mishima, the leader of quality control. Starting about 2 weeks ago, you have been meeting him in secret and visiting his home, correct? I would never do that.
Unfortunately, an employee at Wakudoki witnessed the two of you meeting in secret and reported it to our firm. Plus, we have a photo of you going into Mr. Mishima's house.
What? When did this happen? Hinano, what is the meaning of this? This is the first I have heard of any of this. Well, we have contacted Mr. Mishima as well, so he should be arriving any moment now. What? And with that, Mr. Mishima, will you acknowledge your relationship with Miss Hinano?
Ah, so you looked into it, huh? If there are photos and eyewitness accounts out already, there is no denying it. I admit it. I see. I saw the photos, but so this is Mishima in the flesh. That elite aura is a bullseye for Hinano's taste.
If Mishima admits it, then I admit it too. I want to divorce Keiichi and be with Mishima, and I will properly pay compensation. I appreciate that you have acknowledged it, but...
This is not a problem that ends with paying compensation and getting a divorce. It is not that simple.
Huh? What do you mean? If it is an ordinary affair, that response would settle it, right? That would be true if this were ordinary. What?
The relationship between Hinano and Mishima this time is something that must never happen in the course of work. Hinano was in the position of auditing Mishima's department, and Mishima was the audit subject. During that period, there must not be any private relationship.
I reviewed Tokimeki's audit firm's engagement contract, and there is a clause prohibiting private relationships with audit subjects. Forming a private relationship with Mishima in this case is a breach of duty. A breach of duty? What happens if you commit it?
We have already reported this to our CEO, President Ohara, so you should expect a call. It makes her subject to disciplinary termination or resignation in lieu of dismissal.
No! Wait, disciplinary termination? Furthermore, Hinano holds the Certified Fraud Examiner qualification, so that certification will be suspended. You should assume finding a new position in the same industry will be difficult. Mishima will take care of me. It will be fine, right?
No. It depends on what kind of action my company takes against me. I am in the middle of being audited right now.
No way!
Honestly, I got close to you less for romance, and more hoping the audit would go easier for me. For now, I will report to the company and wait for the decision from above. Hinano, fill out the divorce papers, and I will be seeking damages from both of you.
Fine!
I see how it is.
Mrs. Ogata, I also question that you believed only your daughter Hinano's side of the story.
I thought we had built a good relationship until now, but did you really trust me that little?
I am truly sorry. I never imagined my daughter would do something this awful. She told the story to suit herself, so I didn't notice. Mom! You are on my side, right? I contacted Keiichi because you came to me in tears. But if you are at fault, I can't cover for you. Take responsibility for what you have done. Okay.
I figured I would never have to deal with those three again, or so I thought. The start of the week. We sincerely apologize that one of our employees committed misconduct. I will personally take charge of a fresh audit of the Quality Control Division and carry it through.
I will step in to support all legal aspects.
This was in order to redo the audit, right? Are you saying all the interviews we conducted up to now have to be done over as well?
Yes. I'm very sorry, but we have to redo everything.
Interviewing people one by one took ages, and really disrupted the day-to-day work. It was rough, you know. And you, aren't you the ex-husband of that previous auditor? Can you really be impartial?
However, the same can be said about our own Mishima. I heard Mishima was the one who reached out this time, and I believe this could have been avoided if we had maintained proper distance.
Fair point.
On that matter, I am truly sorry. Rest assured, Mr. Mishima and I have no personal relationship. His past with my ex-wife will not influence the audit in any way. Also, I have received no prior brief from the former lead, Hinano Sato, so we will proceed with the audit from square one.
I see. In that case, we'll leave it to you.
Mr. Sato, Miss Imanishi, we appreciate your support.
Thank you for your understanding.
We look forward to working with you.
And so, the redo of the quality control audit began. 3 months later. The audit of the Quality Control Division is complete. Here is the audit report. The audit uncovered several instances of misconduct by Mr. Mishima, which I will now report. Misconduct? I would never. First, regarding the test records. The on-site testing appears to have been performed carefully, but the documentation was simplified, leaving the written records insufficient. That was to prioritize efficiency, so we could move to the next phase quickly.
Records must be documented properly. This constitutes a procedural violation.
I see. Next, the consolidated reporting of clinical data. It seems dispersed data was lumped together and reported, but that obscured detailed timelines and individual data points. The data cannot be considered accurate. It raises suspicious or falsified reporting. But I promptly compiled and submitted all the data.
The way the data has been handled has become convoluted. We require a correct, verifiable aggregation.
Understood. Lastly, about approval procedures. We found that minor changes and test adjustments were being approved by email alone. You must properly prepare formal documents and go through the approval process.
That is a breach of internal controls. Please understand that President Sugasaki will also be held responsible for not following due process.
But President Sugasaki told me it was fine to handle by email.
That was my mistake as well. But didn't I tell you it still had to be in writing?
What? I never heard that.
It is true that no written approvals ever came up the chain. I should have verified it myself. My apologies.
I did it all for the company. I never thought it was wrongdoing. Even so, these are significant violations, and will be subject to disciplinary action. May we leave subsequent measures to President Sugasaki and Secretary Sasaki?
Understood. I will handle it. Mishima, stay behind after this.
Yes.
Thank you very much for conducting such a thorough audit.
Then, if you'll excuse us, we'll take our leave.
If you require legal action or further steps, please contact Day's Law Office. Understood.
Phew. I'm glad it wrapped up without incident.
Good work, Keiichi.
Thank you for backing me up, Nagisa. There were quite a few legal components to this audit, so your help was huge.
Not just that. Given who we were dealing with, I was worried.
If you mean Hinano, I'm over it now. As a woman and as a professional, she let me down. There's nothing left I can forgive. I see. If you're sure.
Just don't push yourself, okay?
Yes, of course. It was rough, but having you in my corner was reassuring. Not that I should be saying that right after a divorce.
Keiichi, you say you've moved on, but you must still be in shock, right?
After that, we got word that Mishima had been terminated for misconduct, but the relief of finishing the audit was short-lived.
Keiichi, is it true an anonymous whistleblower tip just came in?
Thanks for coming, Nagisa. I want you to look at this.
This isn't about the quality control department we audited. This strikes at the core of the company.
I've already reported this to my superior. Because it involves the executive level, we were instructed to contact Wakudoki Pharmaceuticals immediately and conduct a special investigation.
Understood. I'll accompany you.
A special investigation, you say? I see. If a whistleblower report has arrived, then it can't be helped. Yes, we'll be waiting.
A special investigation, sir?
Yes. It was a call from Mr. Sato at Tokimeki. He said an internal report came from one of our employees and asked to conduct additional inquiries. And here I thought the audit was finally over.
Right. I hope nothing's wrong.
And so we launched a special investigation. 2 months later.
President Sugasaki, I never imagined you yourself were involved in wrongdoing.
Honestly, I didn't want to believe it. But the new drug announced at the press conference 6 months ago was still only in the approval stage. Our findings show you held that press conference on the assumption approval would be granted, even though it hadn't been granted yet.
Our researchers put their hearts into this. I figured approval would come quickly. In fact, things proceeded smoothly up to the pre-approval stage.
And yet approval still hasn't been granted. Unless you follow the proper steps and wait to announce until after approval, it constitutes misconduct.
By announcing, I hoped approval would come faster, so we could help the people waiting for this drug.
Please stop this, President Sugasaki. Your real aim was to raise our stock price on the back of the approval, wasn't it?
Sasaki, how could you know that?
I was the one who filed the internal report. If you truly wanted to hurry for the patient's sake, you would have confirmed safety, obtained approval, and only then made the announcement. I hoped that an anonymous report would prompt you to acknowledge the wrongdoing. But I already suspected issues there, and I thought if we started from QC, you would also investigate the new drug. It's fortunate the drug had only been announced and not sold, so no real harm had occurred. Thank you for contacting us. No, thank you truly for conducting the investigation.
What? What will happen to me?
Given the circumstances, this will result in an administrative sanction. The public prosecutors will take it from here. Please await the prosecutor's decision.
No way.
In this line of work, I've learned one thing. Wrongdoing can never stay hidden forever. Even if it's accidental or not deliberate, the seams will split somewhere. When I heard the announcement, I truly thought you had developed a groundbreaking new treatment, which makes this all the more disappointing. Wakudoki Pharmaceuticals received administrative penalties, and just as Nagisa had said, the prosecutors moved in. Clients peeled away from Wakudoki one after another, cash flow collapsed, and continuing operations became impossible. Sasaki, thank you for giving us advance notice about the results for this new drug going forward.
We cannot publish this new drug here anymore, so make the most of it at your next workplace. I will resign only after I finish handling this matter to the very end.
Thank you for everything, truly. Also, what about President Sugasaki?
I expect legal action will be taken.
I see. Because Sasaki communicated the situation ahead of time, it seems no one was left out in the cold. After that, former President Sugasaki received a guilty verdict and went behind bars. The disciplinary firings of Mishima and Hinano stuck to them. Unable to find jobs, they are said to be living on part-time work day after day. They cannot even rent a place, so they live together in a small apartment, and reportedly fight all the time.
I never imagined it would come to this.
If only I had never gotten close to Hinano.
Even when I contact my mom, she does not reply. I'm so done!
Meanwhile, as for me, for a divorce dust-up to blow up into all this round really put me through the ringer. I do not know what would have happened without Nagisa.
Oh? Our big shot senior manager sounds awfully timid today, huh?
I can only complain like this because it is you, Nagisa.
I will listen to that kind of thing anytime. I could do it as your girlfriend, too, if you like.
Huh?